Hello everybody, welcome back. It's lovely to be back and I think we'll have some fun this afternoon making this delicious vegetable bake. Had a great holiday in South Australia. It was lots of fun, absolutely freezing cold, but very beautiful, lots of fun, really enjoyed it, but it's great to be back here and sharing with you the wonders of the Thermomix. So today we're going to be making a vegetable bake. There is a vegetable bake recipe in Cookie Doo, however, I feel like being a rebel today and we are going to freestyle it. So it's just slightly different to the way the recipe's in here, but same really. It also gives you the chance, if you don't actually usually use manual cooking, gives you the opportunity to see how that works. So we're going to start off. We will move on to using this little beauty shortly, the cutter, but we're going to start off just with using this, and I'm just going to chop up some garlic to start with. So just put a couple of cloves of garlic into the bowl, get that lid on. I always struggle to do this because normally I have the machine facing me and being around the other way. I do struggle. So then we go down here to the blades and then here onto manual mode. So what I'm going to do is say 3 seconds, and I am going to do it on speed 5. That should be enough and get it done. So if you're here, put a comment in so I know that you're here, because otherwise I can't see who's here. And I'd love to say hello, see how many people are here. All right, let's have a look and see if that has chopped them up enough. I am going to, I like it a little bit finer than this. So I'm going to scrape that down and give it another go before I show you, because that's really a bit too thick. It certainly ward off the vampires if you've got a chunk of it, but I think it needs to be just a little bit finer. So lid back on, and we will go again. This time we'll go for 5 seconds, and we'll go speed, hit 4, takes it up to 4, and I'm going to do it on speed 7 because that really does chop it up beautifully. Hello, Eve and Greg, how are you? Hello, Kelly. Hello, Wendy. Hello. Oh, Luke in the lounge room. Yes, hello. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. That's much better. Alrighty. So as you can see, that's chopped up. So I'm just going to put that into this bowl now. Scrape it out. I love this spatula. It gets everything out of the bowl. It's a fantastic design. Hello Linda, how are you? My most faithful watcher. I'm really looking forward to next weekend, Linda. I'm going to Linda's place next weekend to do a demo for her and some of her friends. So that's going to be great fun. Really looking forward to that. Now we're going to move on to the exciting bit, using the Cutter Plus. So this is the Cutter Plus. It's a great device. It is so good at grating and chopping. It's amazing. First thing that you need to do, this is the drive shaft. And it just sits in here, I don't know if you can see that, over the blades. It is a really important to remember when you use this. Once you've finished, the first thing you do is take it out, because if you leave it in and you forget it's there and you just aren't paying attention, you throw some food in and you turn the machine on, you'll end up with a very nicely diced up cutter shaft, and then you'll have to buy a new one. And why should you do that? That's no fun. Right, and then our bowl just sits in like that. So we're going to be starting off with grating, and the cutter has got 2 sides, grey for grating and slate for slicing, and that's the side that sits up, whatever it is you're wanting to do. We're wanting to grate, so just sit that on there so the grating is sitting up, and plop the lid on. And we're going to start, I've got some cheese here that I'm going to grate up. So we'll start by doing that. So we go back here and press down, and again we're doing this manually. We're going to be doing grating, and it will automatically go to thin. So this is something that the Thermomix does, always goes to thin. If you are grating and you stop and you're grating thick, it will go back to thin. So you have to remember to always change it back to thick if that's what you're wanting. To make it thick, we just press the thick button, and there it goes. So I'm going to start off just putting some cheese in. Press the play and then guide that down simply. It's very easy, very quick. Now this is just normal cheddar cheese and a little bit of Parmesan cheese that I've put in there. Oh, it's getting a bit stuck. Hello Lee, hello Irene, hello Karen. Thank you all for joining me. It's great. I love my cutter, it's so good. There we go. Now our cheese, stop that. That was 20 seconds of chopping. Not chopping, of grating. And there we go. There is that cheese all grated up in 20 seconds. 20 seconds on an ordinary hand grater, you would have nowhere near that amount done. This is probably a mountain more than we're going to need, but if you're going to be bad and eat something like a vegetable bake, then make it as bad as you can be. Hello, Karen Rosenberg O'Brien. How are you? Another person I'm excited to see this week. I'm going to Karen's place on, what day, Karen? Tuesday, I think it is. And I'm going to be doing a demo for Karen and her daughter and some of their friends. So that's going to be lots of fun. Karen was one of the wonderful people who decided to trade up her TM6 to a TM7. So that's exciting. Nice changes. So now we're going to change what we're doing. We're going to change now to slicing. So because we're changing to slicing, we need to change this over to the slate side up. So that goes down like that. And then on goes that. And we're right. And we're ready to slice. Now, hold on a sec. I've got to get a stack of vegetables here. Oh, where are they? Come here. So what we're going to have in our vegetable bake today, some carrot, some sweet potato, some pumpkin, and some white potato. The idea with this is you need to make sure that the vegetables are small enough that they will fit down this side of the chute. If not, you need to just trim them up. So I've tried all of these and they will work, fingers crossed. Again, put it onto thick slice. Thin slice is very, very thin. It's wafer thin, you can see through it. The thin slicing is fantastic if you are wanting to have shaved Parmesan cheese in a salad or just a bowl of it on the table to add to your meal. It's absolutely fantastic. However, the thick is what we want for this vegetable bake. Oops, need to actually put the vegetables in first. So I'm going to start with some sweet potato. And you just gently guide it down. Don't push too hard. And it just feeds through and chops it up. Very simple and again, incredibly quick. Another bit of sweet potato. The thing that I love about this is that every single slice is the same size. So it all cooks at the one time. Let's try a bit of pumpkin now. See how that goes. Down you go. Now I'm just going to turn that off because there is a limit to the amount that the cutter bowl can handle. And yes, oh, what a good guess was that. Look at these, all cut up. Each one, each slice is the same size. Absolutely fantastic. The joy of that is that it all cooks at the one time. I've got really, really horrendous knife skills, and when I try to slice up vegetables myself, every single slice is a different size, and some are wedges and some are not, and it's a bit of a disaster all round. So that's one of the reasons that I love this. How would you use it in your home? Has anyone had one with the previous Thermomix that they've had, or has anyone bought one with their 7 and using it? Let me know. Let me know some of the things that you make with it. All right, so we'll pop it back onto thick slice, and we'll start putting through some potatoes. There we go. And another bit of pumpkin. Down it goes. Carrot. Pumpkin. and bingo. That's all the chopping up done. How quick is that? That is such a time saver. So Karen, you had one with your 6. What sort of things did you use it for? Give us some ideas, because there might be people who are going, oh, looks good, but I don't know if I'd ever use it. This is one way you would use it. What are some other ways? Let's share the ideas. And so then I will just add that. I think I need to get a bigger bowl to finish this off, but that's all right. Oh dear, absolutely. There is a mountain of vegetables I've just tossed into that bowl there. I'm going to move the Thermomix back a little bit. So basically then all I'm going to do with this is I'm going to spend a little bit of time to make this look a bit prettier. I'm going to add the cheese with the garlic through it onto there. Reserve some of that cheese to put on the top, pour some cream over it, and I will whack that in the oven. And it will be a delicious accompaniment to our dinner, not tonight because we're going out, but for tomorrow night. So look, really, that is it in a nutshell. It is so easy. It is so quick. Now, what I do want to tell you about is something really exciting that's happening this week. Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, I am hosting a virtual demo. And so it's not just me, it's myself and 2 of my other Thermomix colleagues, the lovely Jenny and the lovely Dorotka. And we are hosting a virtual demo to show off some of the great host rewards that you can currently earn. So there's this amazing range of cast iron cookware that Thermomix make called the Fira range. And you can currently get those at a very, very discounted price. They're like Le Creuset cast ironware. So we're going to show you some ideas on how to use that. You can get the Cutter Plus at the moment as a host reward for, I've written myself a note here, for $60 instead of $2.95. So that's a significant saving. And the other thing that we're going to be showing you is the blade cover and peeler. Now the blade cover and peeler is pretty awesome. I'm going to be showing you some vegetable peeling and talking about using it with slow cooking and sous vide. If you are interested in attending that demo, please reach out to me and I will send you the link. And you know, the other really exciting part about it is if you have 2 friends watch that demo with you, that will count as a demo. You have to give us all their details, of course. That will count as a demo and then you can claim a host reward. So I think that's a pretty awesome bit of a deal, and it would be great fun. Also, Irene, you've never had a Thermomix. Wow. Okay, look, that gives you a bit of an idea. There are so many ways you can use it, and they are fantastic. And yes, it is a great slice for making preserves and pickles, absolutely. The other cooking thing that we've got going on, I have to look at my notes, 23rd of July at 6:30 at our office, which is just near Brisbane Airport. We are hosting a Indian cooking class, and there's going to be a mountain of dishes. We make about, oh God, I don't know, 8, 10 different dishes at that class. It's a class by demonstration. So again, Jenny and Dorotka will be the presenters. I will just be the kitchen hand, bringing food, dishes in and out for them, washing up, that sort of thing. But I'd love to see you there. Come along to the cooking class. It is lots of fun, and the best part about it is at the end of the night, we all eat the meal together. So there's enough food for everybody. Numbers are capped at 40 people, so we would really love to get as close to 40 as we can. If we have less than 20, we can't go ahead with the class. So if you're thinking about it, have a look on the Thermomix page. And you can register for it. I think it's about $40 to do the class. Absolutely fantastic. And it's a lot of fun and a great way to pick up lots of hints on how to use your Thermomix. Irene, if you're in Brisbane, come along to the class because we often have lots of people at those classes who don't have a Thermomix, but it's a great way for them to pick up tips and ideas and make that decision of, actually, you know what? I wouldn't mind doing that. So come along and have a look. So look, we're going to leave it there. It's just a very quick demo. Next week, the lovely Linda has asked if during this Cutter series I could do a potato rosti. So I will be doing that next week. Probably it will be an hour later. I will confirm that later because I am away next Saturday night. So I think I need to give myself a bit of time to get home and get organised. You're in Perth, Valerie. Have a look on, Irene, sorry. Have a look on the Thermomix page and see what classes are on in Perth. Everywhere runs classes all around Australia, so have a look and see what's on the go. Sonia, you would like a link to it. Could you send me a DM, please? Because I have a memory like a sieve, and unfortunately, I will forget that by the time I've turned around. So please send me a DM. Sonia Bridgman, can you make a note of that, Luke, so I don't forget? And we will send you that link for the demo. That would be great. All right, everybody. Look, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope that's given you a little bit of an insight into the amazing Cutter Plus. It is fantastic. I absolutely love it. And I'm sure you will too when you get one with your Thermomix on your kitchen bench. So next week, join us when we're going to be making a potato rosti. All right, everybody. Bye for now.